started. We're going to start with our 5 minutes of safety. So all of you guys coming in with us now, like Professor Pan, you're going to qualify for your safety 5 minutes. So anyway, 5 minutes. Josh.
All right. Hello everyone, I'm Josh Roth, and today I'll be giving a safety seminar on ethanol. So if you want to obtain high-proof tax-free ethanol at Iowa State University, you need to take an annual training through EH&S. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes. After that, you submit your application to EH&S with your account number, and they'll approve your application, and then at that point you can go to chemistry stores and purchase the ethanol. Once you get the ethanol, you need to store it properly. It's a flammable liquid. So you need to store it either in a cabinet under a fume hood or in a lockable, flammable storage cabinet. And that needs to be inside a locked lab where tax-free ethanol can be stored. And inside your cabinet, you need to store it separate from oxidizers, as that if it's in contact with oxidizers, it will have extra consequences. And if you're using the ethanol, you need to label all your reagents and dilutions to ensure that it's not transported out of the designated areas. So there's two sets of hazards that you have to watch out for when using ethanol. The first is physical hazards, such as the fire and explosion hazards, since it's a flammable liquid. And you need to keep open flames, sparks, and keep that away from the ethanol. Also, don't smoke around it if you're smoking in the lab. Which you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be doing that, yeah. And then once again, keep it away from those strong oxidizers. And then when you're using it, you need to use proper ventilation. Use it in a fume hood or somewhere that, like a room that has a lot of ventilation. And if you're using it in a confined space, make sure you're using explosion-proof electrical equipment. And then also, if you're using it in a process, trying to make that process a closed system to make sure that everything stays inside and nothing can really collect elsewhere. The other hazard is the personal exposure hazard. And the main thing here is just to wear your PPE. And that includes the closed-toed shoes, the pants, the lab coat, safety goggles, and gloves. And there's a risk associated with pretty much your whole body. You don't want to inhale it, you don't want it on your skin, you don't want it in your eyes. And this stuff you don't want in your body. If you inhale it, you might get a headache or drowsiness. To stave that off, you need to use it in a fume hood or somewhere that has a lot of ventilation, or use a breathing apparatus. If you do breathe a lot of it in, you need to move to fresh air. Next is don't put it on your skin. If you get it on your skin and you leave it there, it's going to dry out your skin and that can cause problems. The main thing here is just to wear your lab coat and gloves. If you do get it on you or on your clothing, you need to remove that clothing and then rinse the area with water thoroughly. If you get it in your eyes, you'll have a burning sensation and your eyes will be red. And the main thing here is just wear safety goggles. And if you do get it in your eyes, you need to, if you can, remove your contacts and then rinse with water for about 15 minutes. And then lastly, ingestion. If you ingest this, you can get headache, confusion, dizziness, unconsciousness. And if you drink a lot of it, you can die. The main thing here is just to avoid splashes and don't get it near your mouth. And if you do get it in your mouth, just rinse with water. That's pretty much all I have. Are there any questions? Okay. Hey, thank you very much.
Question? Any questions for him? Yes? No, it is not safe to drink. Trust me. I haven't actually had it, but you pretty much know that if you've ever had, yeah, it's just terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah,